guys, and welcome to a new video on Sono's Life. Before I start, Happy New Year! My last video was obviously a recap of 2022, and here we are in 2023, and legit, we are days away from New Japan's big Wrestle Kingdom event, so Wrestle Kingdom 17. For anyone who's new to New Japan and to my channel, hi. Wrestle Kingdom on January the 4th at the Tokyo Dome is like New Japan's biggest event of the year. Maybe compare it to like a WrestleMania. And as always, I am here for it. I am here, and this video is actually a preview. So I'm going to look at all the matches, my wrong predictions, and sort of what I can expect going forward. Obviously, I can't say much because the show hasn't happened. But yeah, it's an amazing card. I think people worked out there's 12 matches altogether. So yeah, we better get started because otherwise this could be very long. As always, the Wrestle Kingdom card starts very early because we have a pre-show. Now the pre-show is great. It's a good way to have all the people who don't have main card matches into the big event. It gets crowds excited both in the arena and at home. And this year is no different. So we start off the entire thing with an exhibition match with a 3-minute time limit. Yes, you have heard correctly now. Let me just see. So this is actually a match between, I guess you can count it as two young lions. So we have Japanese young lion Oiwa, obviously been doing great recently, showcasing his skills in the ring. And we also have, let me see if I say that, Bolton Oleg. So I don't think we've seen him wrestle in a New Japan ring. However, he was previously introduced by Yuji Nagata. He is an amateur wrestler, so that's going to be very interesting. We then have the Wrestle Kingdom tradition of a Rambo. So in the past, it used to be for the Never Six-Man Trios Championship, I think. But this time it is for the King of Pro Wrestling title, which is held and has the 2022 winner Shingo Takagi. And it's basically whoever wins this Rambo will get the chance to challenge. Now, if it's the same as every year, basically there'll be like a stopwatch, and after a certain amount of time, new wrestlers will come in. I can expect that there'll be people like Doki, Kanemaru, Taichi, which is crazy that they don't have matches on Wrestle Kingdom. People like Taguchi, wrestlers who don't have a shot and didn't get a title match. It's going to be great. Expected to be chaotic. Toru Yano is going to be in it. Like, he wants his baby back. That in itself should make it worth watching. We then have the Antonio Enoki Memorial match. So later on in the show, we actually have Keiji Muto's final match. But this is sort of a memorial match for the founder of New Japan, who unfortunately passed away on October 1st. Now, the lineup for this is bizarre. So on one side, we have Yuji Nagata, Satoshi Kojima, and Togi Makabe. Seems a bit normal, you know, it's like the dads and then GBH. It's the other team that's weird. So we have Tiger Mask, of course, veteran in this game. Tatsumi Fujinami, legit, probably one of the best wrestlers in the world. A veteran, created so many amazing moves. And they are teaming with Minoru Suzuki. Obviously, Suzuki-gun disbanded at the end of the year. It's going to be extremely odd seeing Suzuki tag with Tiger Mask. It's like the complete opposite spectrums of the New Japan roster. But it's going to be a nice way to end the pre-show. Yeah, it's such a sad reason that we've got to have it. But it's the perfect way to sort of bid adieu to Antonio Inoki. And yeah, that is the end. It's sort of ending on a bit of a somber note. But yeah, don't worry, it gets better. So the pre-show actually starts at about 3:20 in Japan. And the main show isn't until 5 o'clock. So I assume between that, there might be about 20 minutes to have a snack, a quick nap. And then we get on to the main bulk of it. Now, we are starting big. And it's quite a normal start for Wrestle Kingdom, as we are beginning with the IWGP Junior Tag Championship match. So the champions catch 2-2. So that is the Empire's TJP and Francesco Akira. Will be battling Super Junior Tag League winners, Chaos's Yo and Lio Rush. Now, their match on World Tag League was great. And this is a very poignant match for both. So this is the debut, I think, for TJP and Akira at Wrestle Kingdom in such a huge title match. Similarly with Lio Rush, it's his big, exhibition in front of the Japanese fans. But for Yo, it's a bittersweet moment because we know he has been at Wrestle Kingdom a countless number of times for this title with Sho. How is he going to fare with a new partner? Now, we all know that he's not had the best of luck with the titles. They normally win Super Junior Tag League, win the titles at Wrestle Kingdom and drop them very quickly. I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be an amazing showcase of the fast, the furious submission skills. I personally, as much as you know I love Yo, I would really hope that Catch 2-2 win. They have done wonders for the Junior Tag League and they are an amazing team despite being so new. And I think it really just emphasises the dominance of the Empire. We have the future of New Japan with the past, I guess with TJP as one of the original LA Dojo students. So yeah, it's going to be a great way to start, going to get the crowd excited. So the next match is the first big singles title match, and it is the Stardom match for the IWGP Women's Championship. Now, like I said, I don't really know much about it. Like, I know obviously what we saw at the Historic X-Over and things, but all I know is that Kairi is defending the title against Tam Nakano. And obviously after her amazing match, and where she won the title, Nakano came out and basically said, I want that title. From sources that I read in information, basically, as soon as Kairi was leaving for WWE, that's when Nakano made her big statement in Stardom. So this is going to be a nice match. I realistically don't see Kairi dropping the title. To have such a new title and not have consistency is a bad idea, and I don't even think New Japan will do that. So that is going to be a great match. Again, amazing showcase for women's wrestling. Obviously, I'd say that Stardom can hold its own. It has its own shows, its own fan base. But it's really nice for New Japan wrestlers to get to see this more. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. We then go on to the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. So that is FTR. They are back in Japan. And they're going to be fighting World Tag League winners Bishamon, that is Chaos's Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi. They are two very different teams. We have the FTR, who have been teaming together for years. They are known as the tag team. And then the other side we have Bishamon. So they've been tagging for a few years, shown a lot of success. And although they've been teammates in Chaos for so long, their tag team has only really been cemented the past few years. But that doesn't put them as a disadvantage, because we know that big matches are what Chaos always thrive on. Now what I'm going to be interesting is that this is going to be a first time matchup between the four. Because obviously FTR were not in World Tag League. What we're going to see is we're going to see very different personalities. FTR very strong and powerful, and so are Bishamon, but then we've got that added heart from Yoshihashi. And think about it, yes, as good as FTR are, Bishamon have a home advantage. They are in Japan, Wrestle Kingdom, a stage that both of them know so well. So I really think, you know what, you know my grievances about having non-New Japan talent holding belts. Like, we've not seen the IWGP Heavyweight belt, the tag belts, for ages. They weren't in Tag League. So, you know what? Give it back to Bishamon. When they had it the last time, they thrived. And I think there is so much more that the duo can do. And then after that, we have another singles match. I feel like they're very good at sort of alternating. So we have a bit of light and shade. And the next one we have is for the brand new New Japan World Television Championship. Now, we had a tournament earlier in the year to sort of see who's going to be fighting. And we have a first-time matchup between Zack Sabre Jr., babes, and the returning young lion Ren Narita, who made a splash during the tournament. Now, this is a first-time matchup between the guys, I think, singles, and obviously after Narita's come back from excursion. They are much more similar than you'd expect. They are both very much strong-style, mat-based submission specialists. And that's going to make this really exciting. We've got someone who is a mainstay in New Japan. Zack has gained popularity immensely over the past few years. Narita is coming back, and it's going to be his chance to showcase just what he's made of. And I'm really actually excited for this match. My picks, I love Narita. You know, he's my young lion. I love that class. However, I think it's time for Zack to have a singles title reign. Like, it has been, 5-6 years? And he's yet to hold IWGP Gold. If it has to be anything, why not the television championship? And then, from the very, very, very excited to the meh, it is the Never Openweight title match. Now, I loved the Never Openweight title. It was always such an important belt for me. Like, with the right person, it can do amazing. This has not been the case, as it is currently held by Carl Anderson, who is in WWE, but is actually defending the title bizarrely. Now, he is facing Tama Tonga. I don't need to tell you about the history between the two. Started together in Bullet Club. Obviously, Carl left. They were still very close. This whole, kicking Tama out, everybody obviously went to Jay's side, leaving Tama. Now, I think Tama would be perfect for this belt. Since he arrived in New Japan, he's been really known as a tag team wrestler with his brother and as part of God. Him and Tangaloa have been phenomenal. However, as Tangaloa is now out with an injury, it has really been Tama's time to shine. And he has been doing that in bucket loads. And I think this is the perfect chance to sort of help bring together a storyline, take the title off Carl, and give Tama his singles Wrestle Kingdom moment. And yeah, I'm looking down because like I said, I don't know the card off by heart. But that's what I want for that one. The next one, similarly to at the start, we had the Antonio Enoki memorial match. I don't know why I keep calling him Anthony. We now have a 6-man tag, no titles on the line, which is normally quite odd for a Wrestle Kingdom anyway. And it is Keji Muto's last match in New Japan. As you all know, Keiji Muto is retiring, and he has, rightly so, picked Wrestle Kingdom as the place of his last match. Now in this match we have LIJ's Bushi, Sanada and Naito. I know, isn't it crazy that there is a Wrestle Kingdom where Naito is not in the title picture at any place? Versus Shota Umino, Keiji Muto and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Again, another year where Tanahashi, not another year, but another person like Naito, who it's pretty shocking that he's put in a tag match rather than a big title picture match of Wrestle Kingdom. However, I think this is going to be a stunning match. There's going to be some great interactions. Naito and Tanahashi always have the funniest battles, like in the G1 and stuff. Sanada and Keiji Muto, that is going to be very interesting. And it's going to be time for Shota to showcase what he can do. His first big Wrestle Kingdom match after coming back from excursion. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. I am putting out that LIJ will probably lose. Probably because Bushi's in the match. And we all know that when Bushi's in a match and Doki isn't, Bushi's going to get pinned. Also, he's the only junior heavyweight. Yeah, it's not much of an important match in the mainstay, but it's nice to get the guys at LIJ and Tanahashi Shota when they don't have title matches. And I think it's also a very nice break in between. So we've had a lot of title matches at the start of the show, and we're getting into the big juice of Wrestle Kingdom. So I think that this was a nice middle ground. And yeah, I mean, are they gonna have Keiji Muto lose his last match in Wrestle Kingdom in New Japan? Probably not. So yeah, that's a nice break. And I think this might be the time where there might be an interval. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's going to be a great way to end, I think, the first half and start the juicy chunk of Wrestle Kingdom. Now, if I'm right and that is this sort of cut out part where we're going to start the end bit, it might not be because there's only 3 matches left. We are starting, or we're carrying on with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match. Now, this is a Fatal 4-Way, and I think the last time we had a Fatal 4-Way at Wrestle Kingdom was for the junior titles, and I think it was 2018. I think it was my first Wrestle Kingdom, and it was for the junior title. Sometimes multi-man title matches don't really work in New Japan, but it always seems to work with the juniors, and this is another perfect example. We have champion Taiji Shimori fighting against not just Hiromu Takahashi, not just El Desperado, but Master Wato. There are 4 completely different wrestlers with the most diverse skills, styles, and personalities. Now, Ishimori's reign hasn't really been great. He won it at a time which was a bit iffy, there was not much going on, and I feel like he's not really had as many chances to shine and as many defences as he could. So they were like, you know what, if you've not defended it, let's give you them all at once. And what I love is that this is sort of the present and future of New Japan coming together. So we've got Ishimori, a veteran, wrestling for decades and probably one of the best juniors, also probably the most underrated juniors in wrestling. Really strong, really fast, but because he's so small, he can shoot across that ring at massive speed. Hiromu, so unpredictable, but probably one of the most funnest, is that right? Funnest wrestlers to watch. So much personality, always lights up the stage. Desperado, probably the sexiest wrestler in New Japan, and seriously, the past 2 years has been showing up and showing off. He has impressed in every tournament, in every match, whether it is in New Japan or Taka Taichi Mania or other companies. He has been shining. And then Master Wato. When Master Wato returned a few years ago, people were like, he's not really doing that well. His character's not great. He has also developed so much. He has become more consistent in the ring. He's found a personality, a style. And I think that this is the perfect time for him to have his Wrestle Kingdom moment. Not in the sense, like, I don't see Master Wato winning, but I think this will be his first big match, and he's going to get to show what he's all about. Now, I don't see Wato winning. I don't see Ishimori retaining. I feel like they've had it on him for too long. He's not really done much. Or I can't pick, right. You know what? With me, I go with my heart. So we're going to say Desperado is going to have his Wrestle Kingdom moment and beat the three of them. Clean. Yeah, like I said, any of four of these wrestlers could win and I'd be happy. They are four of the best. They are showcasing New Japan's junior division, and they really built up this storyline. When they had those tag matches, I think was it November or December, it got fans excited. We get to see four completely different people. We're going to get to see so many styles. It's going to be fast. It's going to be dynamic. And you better believe that you have at least 3 sets of eyes and a cushion to hide from when things start to get crazy. Now, from the very chaotic to the unimaginable, the next match is for the IWGP United States Championship, and it is probably my wrestler of the year, Will Ospreay, so the champion, versus Kenny Omega is making his return to New Japan in the first time in, I think it's 3 or 4 years. I'm not very good at my maths. 2019, so it'll be around 4 years. Now, there is a very nice sort of circle coming back for this. So the United States Championship was first introduced in 2018, and the inaugural champion was Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega was in New Japan as the big gaijin, started as a junior heavyweight and made the move to heavyweight. In a sense, it mirrors Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay came as a gaijin, became quickly one of the top stars, started in the junior division and has gone on to the heavyweight, a leader of a heel faction. And while Ospreay has been very vocal about this, while Kenny chose to leave, Ospreay has stayed in New Japan. He has been one of the strongest wrestlers, continuously performing, defending, and has really raised the prestige of this match. Well, of this match, sorry, of the belt, of the United States title belt, which I think was jinxed because of Tanahashi. I keep saying this. Now, what to expect from the match? You have got 2 of the best wrestlers in the world. Yes, they have both put on a lot of weight. They are fully fledged heavyweights. However, they still have this dynamic, fast style. They are dangerous. They are unpredictable. And that is going to create such a beautiful match. Like, we have been waiting so long for Kenny to return. And the fact he's doing it against Ospreay, it has meaning. It doesn't feel like Kenny's just chosen anyone. He has picked the best, and that's who he wants to face. Now, in any world, that would be the main event of Wrestle Kingdom. But this is New Japan, this is Wrestle Kingdom, and the main event goes to the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. So it is my boy Jay White facing 2-time winner, so 2-time consecutive G1 winner, Kazuchika Okada. Now, you know I love my boy Jay White. He's my favourite wrestler in the world. However, his title reign has not been great. He won it in Dominion, which is always quite a rocky period because you have the G1, and really the only chance to defend it is at King of Pro Wrestling. I think it had a different name this year. But this match is going to be phenomenal. I don't care what you say about Ospreay and Omega headlining. Okada and Jay is one of the most iconic feuds in New Japan for me. Jay joined, well, after his excursion, he came back and joined Chaos. Told Okada he was going to betray him. Okada was like, He did it on the biggest scale, taking Gato and becoming leader of the Bullet Club. Since then, they have fought numerous times. Their styles are so contrasting. So Okada is strong, fast, agile, whereas Jay is quite methodical and a defensive wrestler, very good at baiting his opponents. Yet each time they wrestle, as much as they've done it in the past, there's always something new, and I think this is going to be a possible match of the year, especially if Jay can push Gato to the side and actually showcase that he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Not just because of his character, because of his personality, but because of his wrestling skills. Now, who do I want to win? So, theoretically it would be Jay. I love Jay so much, but I feel like it might be time for a change for Jay. As you know by my grievances with Bullet Club, I think have Okada win and let's put Jay on a completely different path. Let's see what he can do. Will he go mad? Will he move away from Bullet Club? I think this match could possibly make us see a new side to Jay that has been much needed for quite a long time. So we'll say Okada for that. And that will be the end of another, I assume, amazing Wrestle Kingdom. Like, the match card is stacked. You've got everyone in there, from your favourites to new faces to returning faces. So I can't really complain. Now you've heard me babble on for like ever, it's time for you to talk to me. Let me know your thoughts on the Wrestle Kingdom card. What matches are you looking forward to? And most importantly, what are your predictions? Who are going to win the big matches? What do you think is going to happen going forward? Because remember, straight after Wrestle Kingdom, we have New Year's Dash. So yeah, let me know in the comments, on social media at wrestling_chat. And while you're there, hit like, share this video, and why not hit subscribe? We are in for a hectic few days, and I'm going to be here with all the action from Wrestle Kingdom, the Fallout, and the future. So yeah, make sure to keep watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy Wrestle Kingdom, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!